Do you have a hard time believing that God will come through for you this time? This video is for you. Today we're going to talk about it. Hey guys, my name is Leah. Welcome back to Midweek. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for tuning in. I really want to talk about this concept of believing God. You know, the man famously, the Father in the New Testament told Jesus, I believe, but help my unbelief, you know, and sometimes when we're in a trial for a long time, maybe you've been walking through a season of trial for a while, it's hard for us to remember the last time God came through for us. And because of that, it's hard for us to actually believe that he will come through again, that he will bring the miracle, that he will bring the provision. And, you know, it's not for a lack of not wanting to believe. We almost know it in our head, but it's hard for us to get it from our head to our heart, right? And sometimes we feel bad about that. I don't know if you've ever felt like, Lord, I want to believe you because I love you, but it's just hard for me to do it. I can't get my heart there. Well, first of all, I want to tell you, it doesn't mean you love the Lord any less. Again, that man was staring Jesus in the face and said, please help my unbelief. But it just means that we're leaky vessels, that we're prone to doubt, that our nature is to doubt and to be leaky. And so what happens, I think, is a cycle of where the Lord comes through for us and our faith is built up and we go, wow, God is amazing. He can do anything. He's a miracle working God. He's a providing God. He loves me so much. And then we're on this mountaintop for a while, you know, and then we enter a season of trial. And then what happens? If we're in it for any amount of time, which sometimes trials take a while, then we start to doubt. We get leaky. We go, Lord, are you going to come through again? Or maybe it's not that we're in the trial for a long time, but it's something really big that we've never faced before. And so sometimes we doubt subconsciously because we think, well, you came through over here, but this was a smaller thing. And now here's this big, I need this huge physical healing. Or you've done it for someone else, Lord, but I don't know if you'll do it for me. And so I want to help you practically with that today because first of all, don't feel condemned. Like I said before, you love the Lord. It's just that it's our nature to be doubtful and leaky sometimes. But how do we get out of that bad cycle? Well, I have an answer for you, and it's so simple, but it's this. We need to take the things that the Lord has done for us and write them down and read them to ourselves again. And so, you know, it talks about meditating on his word, but I think we need to meditate on his miracles and the things he's done for us in the past. So take 15-20 minutes today, get a little piece of paper and write down the miracles, the things that he's come through on, the ways he's come through for you in the past. I can guarantee, it's August, I can guarantee that he has done a miracle in your life this year, come through more than once. And so what happens when we write those things down, first of all, it's been proven that writing things down helps you remember them more than just hearing them or knowing them. And also not just that, but when you reread them, you almost relive the memory. And it's this retrieval that kind of strengthens the memory in your mind. And so what'll happen is it helps our belief and gets rid of our unbelief because we go, oh, wait, I've been pretty narrow thinking, oh, the Lord's never going to come through this way. But didn't he come through in my finances? Didn't he heal my family member? Didn't he help my marriage? Didn't he provide in this way? And so once we start writing down specifically what the Lord has done for us, it will help us to remember it and bring it to mind constantly instead of bringing to mind our narrow, oh my gosh, Lord, what am I walking through? And so it's such a practical thing, but I believe it really works because if we start to meditate on what he's done for us, you know, there's a doctor, I don't know if I mentioned this before, actually not just one, many doctors, I'm going to say it wrong, but brain doctors that talk about these electrical pathways in your brain. And what happens is the more you think a thought, the more your brain is prone to think that way. So if you always think negative thoughts, because that's just the way you've grown up or that's just your pattern, then your brain starts to instinctively go negative every time. Oh, the Lord's never going to come through. How is he going to provide this time? This mountain's too big. I've been in this trial for months. He doesn't even see me. He doesn't even hear me, right? We can do that negative thing and we almost do it so easily. But what happens is if you start to remember the things he's done for you, to think positively, to think specifically, no, he's come through here. God comes through every time. He's faithful even when I'm not faithful. He's faithful even when I fail. He's been faithful since the dawn of time. He saved me. He looked down time and saved me before I even knew or loved him. How could I not trust him? If he could save my life, how could I not trust him to come through in this way? And not just that, but he's come through here and here and here and here. And you write down specifically what he's done for you. And if you think about those take 15 minutes a day, maybe not 15, 10 minutes a day to read those over and remember what he's done for you, your faith will be strengthened and your belief will go from head knowledge and a desire to believe him, but actually to heart knowledge. And you will instinctively, not just because neural pathways have been rewired in your brain, but your faith will be built up in your heart and you will believe him instinctively and say, you know what, God, I know this trial has been long, or I know this mountain is too great for me to overcome, but you're the overcomer. You're the door. You're the way. You're the provider. You are good and faithful and true all the time. You're the same yesterday, today, and forever. And so when you start to do that, you will start to believe it in your heart, and you won't have those moments of going, help my unbelief, Lord, because you will actually believe him in your heart. And then when you see him come through again and again, it will be that much more rewarding, because you will be able to say, oh, wow, Lord, I was able to worship you in the moment when everything looked shaky. Everything looked like it was on not solid ground. I was able to stick it out and worship you and believe you because I meditated on your past works and your past faithfulness and your past miracles. I hope this helped you today. I pray you are blessed. I pray your family is blessed, and I will see you in the next one.